So Brian, what do you think of this intro? Now we got scenery in it.
Oh, hey, that's from our hike last week. Yeah, the sky, that was amazing. I'm not really sure how that plays into branding the view show, though.
It could mean, look at the metaphor, it means that we're wide open. Well, you know, I'm just trying out some new things, and I think I do want to use that photo you took of the mountain reflected in the lake last week. It really could be a metaphor for something.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you can't go too wrong with good light.
And so I like what you got going on in the background there. Is that more stuff from the Free Music Archive? It's kind of different.
Yeah, it's still not quite right, but there's just so much good stuff there, and I just wanted to try something different.
All right, well, let's get going.
All right, we're live. 3, 2, 1, action.
It's week 2 of the U Show.
Week 2, it's exciting. We had a great kickoff last week, both online and in person at TRU, and yeah, couldn't be more excited to be rolling here.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and the energy in the room last week and on the web has been a really good start for this.
And there's some people that have been nervous and pushing through their fear, which is really exciting too.
All right, so what's happening this week, Brian?
Well, as you can see, we're working on the theme of expressing ideas with visuals. And if you take a look at our schedule, essentially what we're going to be doing is, the main thing is covering the idea of finding images to use to complement our web writing and our web publishing.
Right, so I brought my camera, but, you know, I don't have a big fancy one like you do. Are we doing a photography course here?
Yeah, well, no, we're not doing a photography course. We're going to be working on expressing ideas with visuals in all sorts of ways, and that includes finding images on the web.
So, like, visuals as metaphors, not always just, like, literal representations of what we're writing about?
Right. I mean, the idea of complementing or amplifying or just adding a dynamic sense to what we're putting out there. And also, just on a purely technical level, a lot of the themes we're using in WordPress, those posts look a lot better if you, or those themes are looking a lot better if you actually have an image in it.
Oh, so that's why all my posts are showing up on the site with this little icon that says, if you put an image in your post, it would show up here?
That's exactly what's happening. And so, yeah, it's an important thing to know how to find images on the web. And we're also just going to, you know, one of the best ways to get images that you want is to take them yourself. So we're going to do some activities to help everyone amp up their own photography skills.
Geez, look at this. You know, it'd be nice if we could get through a take without them looking at their laptops. You know, do they even know what the activities are this week?
You know, yeah, I know. I mean, for all I know, they were probably tweeting through that whole thing. It would explain their delivery.
It's like they're not, it's like, you know, do they realize there's an audience out there? But you know what? You know, if I know better, I might start to think that they're starting to sound like they know what they're talking about. You know, do we have the outdoor boom mic set up for this week?
Yes, we've done that. Yeah, no, actually those photos aren't bad. Brian posted some pictures on his blog, you know, that seemed like he had a decent eye.
They're okay, except, you know, I wish he would think about, like, people looking at the photos, because he just titles them JPG 3662, you know, no captions or anything.
Baby steps, you know. But,
well,
yeah, but I don't know. There's things, you know, I think this is going to be an interesting week, though, because, you know, there's going to be that scavenger hunt, and there's going to be a photo walk, and I think there's some basic things we can show people to do, basic composition, framing issues with photos.
And you know, just like when we started, I mean, there's a lot that can be done just by getting the practice of seeing the world through your camera, and hopefully they'll take up the daily challenges that are just coming out. The system's working. I'm still fine-tuning a couple buggy things with the Twitter integration.
Yeah. Well, I got a bunch of daily challenges for photos and images-related challenges and stuff like that. Oh, boy. What are they going on about now?
Geez, look at them. But, you know, but you know... Can we get a little more volume there?
Yeah, let me bring that up.
All right. So, but, you know, more than taking photos, you know, we really want people to also do some editing this week and get a little practice of, you know, how to incorporate visuals in with the writing that we're doing.
Oh, yeah. They talked about using images from other places, but they didn't say anything about copyright. And they didn't say anything about Creative Commons and where to get, you know, copyright-friendly images and things like that. So we're going to have to figure out some way of getting that to the people.
I wouldn't be surprised if they think, you know, we're talking about Creative Communist.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know. I'm almost afraid to bring it up with them. So I think we just got to edit it right in.
And, you know, hopefully we're going to really try to reinforce people doing more to make sure they give attribution to the images that they find. You know, a lot of times we just hear like, oh, I found it on Google.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, and they did, to their credit, actually talk a bit about the idea of, you know, having ideas actually represent and kind of complement what's going on in the writing. And I think if we can get to that point,
I think the week will be good.
Right. I think we did really well this week with the number of people who showed up for the session on Tuesday. Alan was actually kind of understandable, and the drop-in on Friday, the people who showed up, I think they really got a sense of how to do things hands-on.
People actually did enjoy, I think, the kickoff event. I was shocked how well that went off. And yeah, I mean, our drop-ins were good. I think, hopefully more people will come and continue to come, because I think we made real progress with the people who came.
Yeah, and I think, just, the way, we sat there, you were able to walk people through some of the mechanics of doing things within their blogs. And hopefully those people, now they have some expertise they can share.
They can start actually helping up people too, and hopefully, we won't have to do everything. Because actually we got way more people participating than I thought we were.
I know, they just keep coming in.
I know. We can't do this ourselves.
Can we be massive?
Let's get massive, baby.
Let's get massive, baby. All right, I think it looks like they're starting to get up, and they're going to go outside, so we got to get all the mobile gear ready. All right, let's go. But I don't have a complex camera like you do, Brian. How can I do this show?
Well, I hate using the cliche, but the best camera you have is the camera that's in your hand, and you can do a lot with a mobile phone.
So we're going to go out for a photo walk today?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's get out of here.
So the tech guys were saying something about getting our images from the creative communists.
What's this about communism?
I don't know.
All right.
That's all we gotta do.
Bobby, 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 Bobby.